Hello and welcome to Mountain Coffee Outdoors. I'm Gareth. Today I have something a little bit different. Well, the reason I came out today is for a little bit of a celebration of more or less the first anniversary of me starting to shoot outdoor videos for my channel. Last year on the weekend, right before my birthday, I came out to the same spot. I did an overnight camp, and that was the first camp out where I did video recording in order to make videos for my channel. And I did all the recording in early mid-February, although I didn't actually get the video edited and uploaded to YouTube until sometime at least in March. I had the raw video and I had to figure out how to edit it and what program I was going to use and that sort of thing, so it took me a little bit longer. But it all got started here right before my birthday last year. One of the things I talked about last year on that video was how my birthday was coming in just a couple days, and how I was turning 39, so I had 1 year left of being in my 30s before the next big birthday. And here I am a year later. That big birthday, the big 4-0, is coming up here just a couple days. So at least I've had about a year to get used to that, the idea of being that age, for what it's worth. Last night, my wife and friends threw me a little surprise birthday party, which I really did not have any clue was happening. They did a really good job. And in fact, even after I got there and they even started singing happy birthday for me, I still didn't completely figure it out. So they had me pretty well surprised, I'd say that. But it was a really good time. Had a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm really appreciative to my my wonderful wife Alicia and my friends for putting that together for me. That was really great. But anyway, my original plan was to come out and do an overnight camp this weekend, with the party and all that stuff and certain other things that I was trying to work around. I decided that I don't think it was all that feasible to do an overnight this weekend. I think I'll probably try to do that next weekend, but I still wanted to come out to the spot, get a campfire going, sit by it, have some lunch, make some coffee, and just enjoy being out, enjoy my little commemoration of starting out here a year ago with this whole Mountain Coffee Outdoors channel. So I guess I better get a fire going and get that rolling. So I will see you in a bit. Kind of feel like I've actually learned something about using a ferro rod. Having a lot better success than I have in the past lately. So if you're not very good at something, keep at it, get some practice, learn some stuff, and then you'll probably get better at it. It's been a little while since I've made coffee with my little coffee funnel thing. Empty all this stuff out. When I was packing up today, I filled my hydro flask with some water in addition to my water bottles. I figured I have the space and it doesn't leak, so might as well throw some water in there. I rinsed it out, but there's probably a little bit of coffee residue in there, but that's alright considering that's what I'm making. I first used this little pot crane when I came out here a year ago. So I've been using the same one ever since. Wouldn't hurt to move this down a little bit. This wood's really not the best. It's pretty rotted out, but it'll burn. Just won't burn as long as it would be nice. And actually, come to think of it, I think that time when I came out here a year ago may have been the first time that I used the Morris pot out over a campfire. But I really have come to love this pot. It really fulfills its purpose very well. I did a little review video of it a number of months back, but shoot, just using it all the time on all these campouts is probably about all the review you need. Took it with me up to the mountains in Colorado when I did my my Alone of the Elk Range solo survival challenge. Served me very well up there. It's kind of getting to where this pot and I have some kind of history together now, even if only about a year's worth. And one more. Be plenty of coffee. And we're boiling. Hopefully I don't spill this. I guess a couple weeks ago I made cowboy coffee in my Morris pot, but I haven't used this little pour over funnel for a while now. It smells really good. I'd say a lot of times coffee smells better outdoors next to a campfire. For my meal, I brought a MRE. I thought what sounded good, and I couldn't really think of anything. So yeah, I went the easy route, but oh well. I pulled this out earlier to get the spoon out of it, so. This is the Menu 24 Southwest style beef and black beans. So we have the Southwest beef and black beans, main entree, cardboard sleeve, mango peach applesauce, that sounds pretty good. Accessory packet with some cranberry grape beverage base, moist towelette, toilet paper, gum, salt. It says TFF carrot pound cake. That sounds pretty good. The old pound cakes were really good. Never had this carrot pound cake. Some turkey nuggets. I assume that's just kind of like turkey jerky. Wow. Chipotle tortillas. I've not had these. I've had the regular tortillas. Sounds kind of good. A little cheese spread. Mocha cappuccino instant powder. I might save this for later because I already have coffee. And FRH and the FRH flameless ration here, which I don't think I'm going to use that. I think that instead I will use, or just boil it. You can put some more water in the Morris pot. I'm just going to put main entree, and the water here, and the tortillas. Why not put the carrot cake in there too? It's kind of full now. Pull that down or something there. It wants to float. I don't know if we can keep that lid on there, but maybe kind of jam it on there sideways. It might work better. There we go. Over the fire it goes. Some good coffee. Let's open these turkey nuggets. Yeah, just little jerky nuggets. I guess the first order of business is probably opening the Tortillas Chipotle. In there. Nice and red. Smell like peppers. Nice rich red tortilla. Put the cheese spread in there to soften it up a bit. Leave that pound cake in there. Still Southwest beef and black beans. Smells pretty good. It's kind of, probably can't see it too well. It smells pretty good. Has kind of a funny looking look to it, but you know, a lot of these things do. Tastes a lot like chili. That nice little squirt of cheese there. Have a nice little taco. Tastes pretty good. It was nice to get out this afternoon. I think this afternoon it got up to the low 40s. Which was a change from a few days ago, because it had been pretty cold. I mean, you know, I like camping out in the cold, but you know, having a mild day is nice too. It's good to get out, have a campfire, sit by, enjoy some food in the outdoors, make some coffee. A year ago when I was out here, it was colder than this, definitely. I slept in a little lean-to shelter half. Tarp shelter. Not too far away from the fire. This meal's pretty good. I don't know, probably don't have an hour left of sunlight. It's getting pretty low. All right, I think it's time for some pound cake. TFF carrot pound cake. Yeah, nice little pound cake loaf. Yeah, it tastes good. Seems more like just regular old carrot cake to me than it does pound cake. That's all right. These MRA pound cakes take me back to the winter oak pick trip that I took up back over, it was the winter of 1995-96, because we went out, we left town and drove up to Minnesota the day after Christmas. And then when a few days later we were out in the Boundary Waters, camped on an island in the middle of a frozen lake, just about a mile south of the Canadian border. And while we were out, New Year's Day came. But out there, a lot of the food we ate was MRE component stuff. And while we had a number of different things that we ate, I'm pretty sure that we had pound cakes on occasion, and that was a real treat. I mean, it came in the same old packaging. It's actually probably, I think, a lot darker than this. This was back in the mid-90s, but pound cakes were a treat out there, out in the frozen winter north woods. You'd stick them in your pocket or inside your jacket and warm them up a little bit so they weren't completely frozen when you ate them. They tasted good out there. That was quite a number of years ago now. So, the years march on and some things change and some things don't. I guess you really are, in a lot of ways, you're only as old as you feel. And I just feel like the same old person I've been always, really. So maybe that's kind of a ageless feeling, because age doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, here in just a day or two, I start the fourth decade of my life. Should be a good one, filled with lots of adventure and good experiences. I certainly hope and pray. And yeah, Mountain Coffee Outdoors turns a year old, video production wise anyway. Maybe not video upload wise, but I really want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and all of the folks who watch my videos. Like I've said before, I know our time is a very precious thing, and there's only so many videos you can watch. Just as long as there's only so much time that you can spend with your family, that you can spend doing this, doing that, working on projects, reading a book. So I really, I know I have a hard time. Well, quite frankly, it's impossible for me to really keep up with as many videos of the folks that I like to follow on YouTube. So I'm really grateful for everyone who watches my videos, because I know how precious time really is, and I'm really honored that you choose to spend some of your time with me and watching the content that I create. I want to thank my subscribers. The channel keeps growing, kind of slowly, but it has picked up a bit in the last couple of months. So hopefully that continues, and hopefully I keep making some interesting videos that people enjoy watching, and that I can, just kind of share some of my experiences and maybe share a little piece of knowledge or know-how that I've picked up along the way. I definitely don't know the best way to do everything by any stretch of the imagination, but I figured a few things out, if not by screwing them up the first time around and learning that way. But obviously in the last few months I've gotten a lot better at using a ferro rod to light fires after that whole thing in my survival challenge. But yeah, that's the thing. You just got to work on skills. Make yourself work on the skills that you need to improve on. I used to use my flint and steel set a lot to light campfires, and while it helped me get better at doing that, it didn't really help me learn how to use a ferro rod, obviously. So more and more I've been trying to use that, and obviously it's paid off because I've gotten a bit better at using it. Yep, the pound cake out here tastes really good. Well, it would taste a little bit better if I was eating it standing on a frozen lake up, 25 some miles northeast of Ely, Minnesota or something, but that's all right. Winter's getting on in its time this year, and before long it'll start seeming more spring-like, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. I guess that means that I've put winter to pretty good use if I feel ready to move on when the time comes. I still definitely feel like I'm up for some more winter camping if that's what the weather brings. I was just thinking how today I brought my Boy Scout yucca pack. I've heard that referred to as a Scout haversack also, but it seems like about everybody else thinks that a haversack is a much smaller little pouch that you can carry like slung over your shoulder. So I don't know if that's just a little different in semantics or what the deal is, but I got that pack on eBay just within the last week, and really what put that itch in me to look for one was Brooke Whipple on a Girl in the Woods has one, and she's been taking it out. She's been doing a little challenge where she has a campfire every day of February, and she's been taking that yucca pack out, and so I kept seeing it, and I never had one back. Obviously, those canvas yucca packs are before my time. They were all nylon back in the 90s when I was in Boy Scouts. But a friend in my troop, I saw that he had one because he took it to a camp out once and he never took it again. So I saw it once that he had one. I thought that was really cool. But anyway, I decided to go looking for one on eBay, and I found one. I bought one, and I decided to take that out today. And it's just kind of neat that, especially sitting here like right before my 40th birthday, and kind of looking back on some things in the past where I've come from, and I don't know if I want to say it's kind of coming full circle, but it's kind of neat to be sitting here as an adult now and kind of looking back at my days when I was a Boy Scout, and how all my outdoor experiences through Boy Scouts really helped me become the person I am today from an outdoors standpoint. It was definitely hugely a huge influence in my life, and all the wonderful outdoor mentors and just life mentors that I gained through Boy Scouts. And I know I've mentioned before my old scoutmaster Dick Lundquist, who he died about 4 years ago, and he was very, very he was really my number one outdoor mentor, and I learned so much from him. And you know, I'm hoping that I can pass on some of that to folks through doing some of this video stuff, and it's kind of pass on my love, help share my love for the outdoors. And but it's just kind of neat. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm almost 40 here, and I'm looking at that pack, which was probably made in the 50s or 60s, which predates me by a few decades. I guess if I feel old, which I, well, don't, but I'll have to look at that pack, which is, you know, maybe 20 years older than I am, and it's just kind of neat. I love that kind of old school gear, and you know, that's just kind of neat having a canvas scout haversack or yucca pack, it's whatever you want to call it. The sun's still above the horizon, but it's getting pretty low. I'll probably let this fire burn down a little bit more and put out what's left and pack up my stuff and head back home. But once again, I want to say thank you to everybody who has come along on this little trip out into the wilds today. It's kind of a double celebration of my turning 40 here in just a day or two, and I'm actually kind of surprised to say that I actually feel kind of good about that. I had basically a whole year to kind of get used to the idea, and I'm kind of liking it, actually. And also a celebration of 1 year of doing this crazy YouTube thing, coming back to the spot where it all began, back when I mounted my phone to a tripod and sat in front of it and recorded video. But thanks again for watching. If you like the video, hit like. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you can see what else I have coming up in the future. You know, share this video if you know somebody that might be interested in it. So for 1 year now, this is Gareth with Mountaincoffee Outdoors. I'll be seeing you next time. I can't even feel my leg. Oh man.